Though we are 12 shoes in, the Air Jordan 12 was another first in the Jordan line. It was the first shoe launched under the Jordan brand umbrella and the last to carry any Nike branding. This is the Air Jordan 12 and the story of the shoe. At this point in 1996, Tinker Hatfield had been designing the Air Jordan line for almost 10 years. Here we are at the Air Jordan 12 and he started with the Air Jordan 3. Even more, the Air Jordan 11 was a star and was going to be a pretty hard shoe to follow up. But like MJ, a challenge motivates guys like Tinker. It all starts with the inspiration, and for the 12, Tinker looked at two places you wouldn't necessarily think about when it came to basketball: Japan and a women's dress shoe. Let's start with Japan, which is also known as the land of the rising sun. If you look at the upper of the Jordan 12, the stitched leather panels were inspired by the country's flag. The overall design was simple and clean, which allowed the brand to play with colors on the upper. The toe and the accenting on the sneaker featured a faux leather reptile that gave the shoe a slight luxury feel, something that remained from the patent leather and simple design of the Air Jordan 11. Tinker also started to incorporate more of Jordan into the mix, with 2-3 written down the tongue and an extended heel tab that read "Quality, inspired by the greatest player ever." On the technology side, Tinker kept the carbon fiber plate found on the Air Jordan 11 that helped prevent Mike's foot from rolling when he made hard cuts, and paired it with a full-length zoom air unit, a first in the Jordan line. Switching back to the upper, the 12 was also more durable and ended up being one of, if not the most durable of the entire Jordan line, before or after. A little known fact about the Jordan 12, it is the last one to come in a Nike box. In 1997, Nike created a subdivision dedicated to Jordan footwear and apparel called Jordan Brand, and has since become synonymous with Jordan himself. When it was originally launched, the Air Jordan 12 dropped in a total of 5 colorways and has since retroed in several new colorways, as well as a couple of the originals, and is also released as a low-top version. Many believe the Air Jordan 12 was the inspiration for one of the more popular Jordan brand releases, the Jordan Team 1. Like in many of the years past, Jordan played incredibly well and won several awards, including his 11th All-Star Game appearance, his 9th NBA scoring title. He also made first-team All-NBA, All-Defense, won the Finals MVP, and almost won the regular season MVP, but was beat out by a narrow margin by Karl Malone. Luckily for Jordan, he actually took home the NBA championship, so losing the MVP didn't sting as much. Carbon fiber, full-length zoom, a unique design, and of course, a 5th NBA championship. Those are all things that help build the story of this shoe. Tinker the architect and Jordan the player, a team that is very, very hard to beat. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and this is the Air Jordan 12.